Anyway, so I'm like, so I thought, I read into it, right? So this the subject. You can see from the title, Brexit, Devolution, the Constitution's future of Britain. Amazing subject, but something that we don't actually allude to. Since we take a resolution, I thought I'd be able to show this, right? The flag of Yorkshire. So I think Fox Devolution was a really hot issue, so I made it up. So I thought, let's show the flag up there. So I put it up just for this. So there we go. So look at it in terms of that, right? Um, so it's very important subjects that I need to address. Future of the Union of Britain, which is a Union of Nations. Technically, it's um, we can talk about Brexit and devolution, and they're a very important subjects. So we talk about proposals about federal Great Britain, which are very interesting indeed. We're also going to look at arguments saying about some like the English Democrats who are like, oh no, these are establishments that about trying to break up England. English Democrats are more the very right. So I got some a few articles up last time LinkedIn, which are which are very intriguing indeed. Um, for the subject, I really want to talk about the idea of federal Britain. Some of that no one actually talks about, like hush, or not people support it. So it's a taboo subject to talk about. But federal UK is actually maybe something that deals to a lot of issues in society. Could be a potential thing to look at in terms of the constitutional future. You see that it's like coming down in the facts. You know, I think we all know how it is in terms of our temperatures. Anyway, I'll take actually no what you do is I can take a look at the side. Um, uh, hello, voice. We've actually got a viewer. Right. So what I'm going to do is share a very interesting article that I read, which is about federal Britain. Um, so a second. Oh, I'm with myself accent. Sorry about that. So right. Um, here we go. So this is from the. I'll show you that in a minute. So this is from the UK Constitutional Law Association, which is quite interesting to look at. Right. So what? Right, I'm gonna share it now. All right, here it is. So is a federal Britain inevitable? The Smith Commission report issued today, not today, because that's 2 ages ago, policies of restructuring the United Kingdom, which may prove more significant than the devolution settlement of 1997 to 1998 itself. The acquisition of tax welfare powers will make Scotland one of the most autonomous regions in Western Europe. Right, very, very interesting. So it's probably inevitable. So, notably, the UK's fiscal coherence has hitherto been a key factor in allowing this asymmetrical and ad hoc nature of devolution to bend itself without a great disruption of constitutional structures to the centre of strain. Yeah, so we've got the devolution, but the recommended system is pretty much the same that it was, which, of course, has our problems. If you remember the debate about English versus English laws, which was a few years ago, about 2015, 2016, what's that? Some on them. Now, a lot of debate about that, and a lot of debate about the amount of English Parliament, especially as response to the Scottish independence issue. It was very interesting. Anyways, right. But federalism is very seen as an attractive option by the class. Yeah, nobody talks about it at all. It's such very ignored. Its feasibility as a constitutional project for Britain is still not beyond question. Of course. But some federal solution, right, will surely be needed to two other issues. The extent of which Scottish representation House of Commons so far largely affected by devolution, reduced from 72 to 75 by way of Scotland Act 1998 amended, will appear even more enormous for Scottish Parliament powers to expand, and the very risk that Scotland will become ever more detached from Westminster. Union will become largely irrelevant to Scots. Right. I think devolution, this is the point this person is trying to make here, is just give the idea that Scottish independence is actually possible, and that's Scotland's obviously capable of having their institution separate and independent nation. You know what? I completely agree that if devolution is separate by the Blair government, basically, uh, made a path for independence of Scotland, I think that's a very disappointing to me. Of course, before this time, SFP would keep completely irrelevant. Basically, like the Pag Cymru in Wales. So, very likely that is the case. The latter is so. Though the union prevent that, the latter is far more dangerous, as it could mean Scottish independence in longer term. Now, more than less likely. If this is true, the unionist parties which make up majority of Smith's commission, which is all about this here, risk defeat the jaws of her in a victory. Yes, obviously. Doing this way, it's not dramatic to see. Federalism has come last throw the dice for the Anglo-Scottish Union, turning both to manage relations between the whole out central state of nations and regions, giving Scotland a sense of purpose in union and strength in autonomy. So, what? Something we're not doing right at the moment at all. Which I don't actually disagree with Lawrence. I mean, Scotland becomes independent. It's their choice to do so. And I'm very sympathetic to that cause, even if, right, the reason why is to rejoin the European Union or try the Euro or base their economic future in oil, which is foolish to do. So, let's see here. So this is, on the whole, it's very different order. And this is one to look at here. There is much confusion what federalism is. Part of course is failure. Distinguished federation, which is often used as a very strict definition of institutional nature of federal state, from federalism, which is more a flexible term, capturing what Daniel Elzer, I don't know who that is, calls interrelated self-rule or shared rule, mentions of territorial relations in the state. Again, this is about not breaking up a geographical area per se, like in Ireland, but looking at the differences in inequalities, saying, right, you need something else in Scotland, you need something else here in York, you need something else in London. Let's actually devolve things a bit. Um, Also, actually, another subject I need to bring up after this is the English Parliament. I think that needs to be brought up in a bit as well. Interesting. Here's 4 questions that must be answered at Smith. Can further devolution pose oil for Scotland without can further devolution pose oil for Scotland without provoking decentralising across the UK? Even before reading that, yes, it already has. So, let's see. This is worth mentioning actually. So each of the 2 features are likely to change. There are now proposals for a strong devolution in Manchester. Yes, Northern Powerhouse. Um, that's very interesting. Actually, look at that. Um, Even though how messy it is. Attempts by Blair government to promote a regionalist agenda fell flat on a new agenda. Right. That's another issue. It was about 2004 there were referendums in regions for this. Right. I'm actually I have to go through this. I'm going to put a link to that about the referendums in 2004. Well, there's only one, but because it was so overwhelming and nerve for devolution in the northeast of England that I didn't carry out one for Yorkshire or anyone else. Focus also on cities, which both the powers of areas such as housing, transport, economic development, but both also by a reputation of English cities and regions in the House of Lords discussed below. Another incentive, regional powers, will be the sense of a Scottish Parliament with tax powers, which might be used against different forms of competitive advantage, which you can within English regions. There are no mention of English devolution in Smith, but now it's on the agenda. It's not really. Right, nobody cares about that. No one's advocating. You can all know devolution within fostering, but no one's talking about English Parliament. So these are uh, I think I did what was really needed with this one. If you think about this, yeah, it's about Devil Max. Um, right, let's have a look at the side chat because there's a brief introduction about federalism in that article. It goes a bit deep, so I won't go into it too much. Right, there's nothing in the side chat. All right, put it out. There's one of the issue about the devolution I want to go at. If so, another thing I linked it is about Yorkshire devolution, which is why I showed you about the flag earlier. Now, let's see. This is only from April, right? This is from Jeremy Corbyn. Let's share screen share this again. Right there, you go. Tunnel of death there. So here you go. Jerry Corbyn back to one Yorkshire devolution deal. Before we end this, I'm gonna say it's been a huge debate, a huge sticking point, right? Um, about the Sheffield City region, which I talked about actually in an earlier video, so I won't go too much. But basically, Doncaster and Bournemouth Council called a local referendum, which showed about 30% turnout in Eastern, but 8% of the people voted for one Yorkshire instead of the Sheffield City region. It's been a huge debate locally. Um, Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn is back to the devolution deal involving the whole of Yorkshire. Power will see given power to Yorkshire by a central government under the control of elected mayor. 18 out of 20 authorities part one Yorkshire model, with Sheffield and Rotherham opting for separate South Yorkshire solution. So that's massive. The Devolution document was submitted to government last month. The One Yorkshire plan will see a direct elected mayor of Yorkshire to be voted in power by 2020. So the person who got him, Dan Jarvis, said he wants to work towards this. Who actually, in local elections, actually won the Sheffield City Region election, which is basically all South Yorkshire, but it's called Sheffield for some reason. Oh, right. The bid on the government to resolve what's possibility of putting matters to the transport budgets, franchise bus service, adult schools funding, and creating combined Yorkshire Authority. So I want to think about this. This is the biggest move to a regional devolution plan in the country, which is probably inevitable going forward. Speaking of meeting with Huddersfield, Mr. Corwin said he hopes all councils are working together on the deal, which things are going on behind the scenes apparently. So I don't do much about that one. There was, I think, a growing consensus with all local authorities in Yorkshire that one Yorkshire way is forward and a good thing to look forward to, he said. A deal for the Sheffield City region was agreed in 2015, now back between George Osborne and local councils. And mayoral elections are due to take place in May and will cost 1.9 million. But leaders of Barnsley and Doncaster councils are among those spotted in the One Yorkshire bid, which they are, of course. Yeah, this was a big issue, and the thing was delayed already. This should have this should have happened in 2015, but it's happened this election happened in 2018 because of all this. The previously called for before the current election be postponed, or a mayoral term is limited to 2 years. On receiving the One Yorkshire proposal last month, the government said we've heard that we will work on discussions on any party supported proposal for a Greater Yorkshire devolution deal, provided the region deal was not threatened. And the proposal accumulates a sense to a sensible economic geography. So I wonder what everyone thinks about that one. Well, this is called football soccer. Well, we can't have this here now. This is devastating. Man. Oh yeah, yeah. I know about the European Invention Army. Yeah, we've been following that for quite a while, and it's what I don't know what Toes is thinking about it. The idea we should pick up this weird army, which the EU army is basically there to put a case that for not last issue. It's the EU wants a proper foreign policy. Yeah, it already has a foreign policy minister. Wasn't that game that 0-0 against Spain and Morocco? Or something like that. Anyway, I've been checking that game. Oh, right then. Um, it is really scary and concerning. Yeah, it is. Yeah, James. I also think that for this point, I think that's a good idea to start devolution. Um, that's the biggest one is in Yorkshire, but there's other devolution movements like in there's one in Cornwall in North East England or in odd regions. Yeah. Now There's another article that I want to bring up about this. I can't use a bit of usual sources because you know what? Let's not look away from information. We look at something else. So right, now actually look at the breakup of the UK, and there's one thing I want to look one article look at, and I'll bring it up. So I'm gonna screen share this now. Now here we go. Will Brexit lead to the breakup of the UK? Let's go through this one. The different referendum results in UK proponent parts have led to immediate speculation about a second independence election referendum in Scotland and a border part in Northern Ireland. So this guy Robin Hill was going to assess the situation. This is 2000. This is the after referendum. So stop there. Now, if one region votes to another, nobody talks about the independence of creating the independent country of South Yorkshire for voting in every election. And when we vote Tory go, let's bear that point there. I mean, Scotland by 62 to 38. Still, I think it was 8% there. Just you know that. In Northern Ireland by 56 to 44, which is still a large proportion of the population. I mean, these populations are obviously voted to remain in the UK, right? Almost all of them are going to. And then most of them are, look at this degree. And not all of them are going to want independence. All right, now it's very far way to say. Look at how people vote in the EU referendum. It's not going to show how people vote when trying to separate. It's just not going to work because there's a lot of Scots that actually want to leave the EU and want independence. Then look at the other hand here. I bet because the Protestant Unions are still a slight majority. I bet some of the votes remain in the EU, but when given the choice to remain in the UK, but this might look to it the situation, which is not necessarily the case. But we're outvoted by England and Wales. England has about 8% of the population. Just to say, whatever, if, right? Everyone should keep that in mind about complaining about these things. If we put it as one nation, and if everyone gets a vote equally, why should Scotland, right? With a population of about 5 million, have just as much as say with England, with a population of about 55 million. Let's get real about it. I mean, right? Wales has a population of about 3 million. Northern Ireland has about a population of 1.5 million, right? So the idea of these persons should outvote England is idiotic. And the proposal saying during the referendum by the SNP said it's got the votes to remain. Oh, if one of the constitution the countries vote to remain, UK should vote to remain. To actually demands that in last referendum. So basically, if that was the case, Scotland with about 5 million people could keep England and Wales with compound population about 6 million, right? Out of the EU. Just think about that. So these people be proposing. Right. This has led to immediate speculation that there might be a second independence referendum in Scotland. And a border point in Northern to see communication in the South. Right. This, right, is inevitable for years. Scottish independence. It's inevitable. But a second independence referendum is basically what the SP want. And they're always trying to find an excuse for it. A border point Northern Ireland. This is possible. Again, actually, if this happens, Scottish independence, right? It will lead to that because it make the union with Ireland, Northern Ireland, actually void. So this could actually happen as a result of this. Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon said a second independence referendum is highly likely. Well, we haven't got it yet. And Northern Ireland Deputy Minister, Martha McGuinness, for the first time, not for the first time, called for a border poll. How likely is the referendum might be held in Scotland, Northern Ireland? And how likely is such a referendum to be carried? Very likely. We're not inevitable, basically. So in both countries, the two countries are closely connected. Having lost the 2014 independence referendum, Nicola Sturgeon is not going to call another one, unless she's confident next time it can be won. But that's the reason why she not called one. She knows it's not going to win. They know it's going to kill the SNP. She's likely to win until the polls show about 60% for several months. So basically, it's never going to happen if that's the case. Yeah, yeah, I took her in. I took the Washington. Um, so if that's the case, then she's never the call. But to be honest, she wants one, and she will go for it. And I don't think that's it's not going to be the defining point because that's never going to happen. It's going to be like 51%. If it's successful, that 51% to 49, something like that. Since 2014, the polls have suggested Scotland is divided more or less 50-50. Well, the Scots act is the support independence now. You might expect that Brexit will give a boost support of independence, which are devolution cinema the 15th of May. There's several reasons to be the case. So that, yeah, I'm not going to go into those reasons, but I really want to look at how Brexit break up the UK. Actually, I'm even sharing this article. I don't think I am. Um, right, I'll screen share it so you can see it. Um, I'm ready for it. I'll skim for it. Um, this is the article, right? But anyway, let's. I'll take a little side chat. Well, the idea that from Scotland up to me because it wanted to vote in English. I don't know about that. There's not there's also a weird hit relationship with Scots after the English. Generally, it's really weird, but Scotland was really treated well, unlike the rest of the constituent nation of the United Kingdom, like John with England. Scotland was treated better than the Welsh or the Irish. So for that matter. Um, well, all right, the general public is very quiet. Um, uh, I think it's all right, actually. That might be actually true. When I talk about Scots and talk about some EU, generally, this is S&P was smarter about that point, actually. I think actually most Scots don't actually care that much. And that's a good actually point. Actually, in 1975, the first referendum, Scotland voted by a high margin to leave the common market, I think. I can look that up. I certainly do. Um, so second, I got something on independent English, but while I shared a bit. This is very interesting about because no one talk about independent English other than English Democrats, but it's something that is very interesting because look at self identity. In the sense, more and more people are seeing themselves as English rather than British, which is very interesting. Now, this is from the Guardian, right? So it's about it's going to be a bit weird argument. I tell you that now. But it's about independent England. So basically, right, just going to screen share this now. Right, Brexit was the English vote for independence. You can't be British and Scots for the same. The English voted to disrupt the union. No, that wasn't why people voted to leave the EU. You're delusional. No surprise the UK is at risk. No. Also, start on this. But who's the most devastating? It's not Jeremy Corbyn. It's the courses of the opposition, right? But Nicola Sturgeon. This was the 2017, but you are a bit delusional with this one. I mean, that's the PR going to oppose you. This one independence. This one's break away. Um, Witness the video Paul Sturgeon's head to watch the referendum independence in Scotland. She's been called a traitor, I reckon. Well, it is going to cause an issue when we try to go to Brexit. But we have been told that it can't possibly be in her idea. Between the man Alex Salmon. Well, who knows? We have been told that there's no appetite for this in Scotland. Men who see the child as far weak use it for registered condensation. To inform Sturgeon that politics is not a game. Well, I can remember this election Tuesday. It was a sharp intake of breath at that point. Of course, Brexit assured that much politics is a game. Bending rules simple with the state in power. David Cameron called a referendum to raise security conversion to the cause. Right? The record of union, maybe, but a byproduct of their recklessness. No. The union has been put in the way for years. It's been decayed for years. You can look at how people see themselves. I mean, particularly in Scotland, the Welsh to extent. People see themselves less than British, but more Welsh and Scottish. This is from as a delusion as a part of it, but it's not entirely that. People see this connection thing, and that's I'm gonna say it was factual, didn't it? Especially in Scotland, South Wales, and, and that's what I think. What basically what led to this happening. Some say they find it unbelievable that Tories will decide over this mess. I don't because much as much one was to sing on Brexit, it was set up by the first Scottish referendum. Uh, what's it now? Come on now, I can't be serious. Scotland did not vote for independence, but it embodied the idea of what independence may be about. It gave populace what may it look like, what civic identity could be. I take for granted that self-determination is progressive value. Well, you complain about Brexit at the same time, don't you know? So, have you always? So I've always supported. At the time, I wish we in England. Because a similar conversation about who we are, how to treat our well, and what position a small country in the world, and our voting system. I'm going to stop you there because I'm going to say this. Brexit was about that. No. People voted in the most poorest areas of the country, the most ignored areas of the country. And there was a discussion about changing their future, changing how to see the country. But various reasons that be. So I think you look at it from the wrong angle of. Anyway, I'll keep going on. No one disputes the heartache and division influenced by the Scottish referendum process, but no one disputes the level of political engagement. Of course, Wales did nothing till 2 weeks in a vote, it was a colonial spasm to get Scotland to stay in the United Kingdom. That means absolute domination by England, by London in particular. So was London. Come on. This was taken for granted as stories by English politics. But kick out the word English in that, put London. There you got the answer. But while Scotland is at itself, it can function on its own by natural democracy. England is asking itself questions, but soon on the radar seems soon in chocolate. But let's just stop for now, basically. It's been hard to talk about English without the principle of Scottish independence. We offer the extreme right wing. Racist groups such as EDL. No, it's not. Stop there. It's not. Honestly. Right. English is then. What's this about? Should we pop up today? That's what we're now. English this has become a tiny negative and not worth owing, but it doesn't go away. The result is what we wake up in the morning after the Brexit vote. With all the proposals say that they don't want to recognise the country they're living in. He said all the time, there's no question that Brexit vote is an expression of English that's no, stop there. It's not. Honestly. It's not that. I'll go patriotism, but I won't say English patriotism actually. I would say British patriotism, because you can look at the Welsh as well. Basically, you don't get it about the Brexit or issue identity. You don't understand it because that's not the reason these things happen. Maybe regarded as a kind of biasman. Identity in decline. Actually, it was a response to this. Cortland. So I don't, you know, typical Guardian, isn't it? This identity is English, not British. Because no one cares about the Scot. I don't. This article's all awful. Well, I have to bring it up. A lot of people do. It's you. It's none of this. Who cares what happens to Yorkshire? Let's pick that up. Or who cares what happens to Cornwall or Liverpool? It's not. I mean, people do care. um, this is a terrible article. It truly is. Indeed, it's hostilical. No. I'm sure it's the other way around, actually. It appears we have no culture of care for Wales, especially not North Carolina. Now, who's at the border post is Charles Sterling. Well, right. Well, right, if you're in that, what care do you have to the part of England that voted Brexit? What care you have to that? No, I think nobody cares, but I think it's you who don't care that much. We just assume this for somehow. People have no knowledge of Wales and Northern Ireland and what's going on there. People, I think people do. I think a bit delusional of that. They lose that they were born to be pleased with is a travel to win. This England is small, but it seems itself exceptional. As both negative as both. You know what? I'm gonna stop this then. This is a bit of an annoying article. It's probably it's probably the bird outside. I got the window open. That's what I could hear. Uh, so I don't have a budget. but the window's open and there's a tree nearby and there's lots of birds about. So that's probably it. Because it's self-intimidation. Or I'll give it to me in the book chat. I certainly will. So I think this article is a top. Let's go over it. Because the part of me would look at this. Look at also look at what middle class number report. So basically, these experts, these people that actually don't understand them. And also British or English is like in that matter, which is very hard to move what change. Yeah, the Guardian is it's absolutely terrible to be honest. I'm not those articles. I feel like people don't really get it at all. And Scotland feels the same ills in England or the Welsh or Northern Irish. Same issues. It's like yes, the country is so involved that London, and that's source of the problem. Not really getting at it. Not really getting inequality or just the ignorance of what it means to be English or so what you don't hear talking about because kind of mentioned it in that article that he sort of before right? With English or British, which is very confusing subject because what is British and what is English? Can you actually, if you go to America and say what is British and what is English, can they put a pinpoint difference between the two? I think we might be able to at push, but can they do it? But then go, I mean, England doesn't have an actual anthem. Scottish do. We just have the British anthem. That's in the Queen. So it's slightly interesting. Um, so there's one more thing. I'll also go to subject to English Parliament, and then I I can't know if it's what's John to talk about this at the same time. Secondly, the second in this one. Try to find the Oscar I looked at earlier today. I looked at a few about English Parliament. All right, I'm going to look at this actually because well, I'm looking at that because it's interesting because I found that. I just found this basically interesting. It's basically some weird thought. Right, right. What's this article here? Right then. So I found it out. There's a more specific thing I can find about polls and the English Parliament. So this is from the good old BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation. No, it's not British Broadcasting Corporation. No. It's the British Broadcasting Corporation. So just watch out about this one. Being brainwashed by the BBC. So let's try to screen share this now. Will England ever get so poor? So this is only from June this year, actually. No, I won't find. Let's find something on this recent. Most people in England feel disconnected from decisions made at Westminster, but not necessarily feel English Parliament's answer. A BBC survey suggests as moment for it passed. The idea has been around for 100 years. Although call for English Parliament has been a condescending and been aftermath of the 2014 Scottish independence referendum, and more powers as opposed to Scottish Parliament. The comment has down for now. Well, issues will come back up. Inevitable. But the Westminster Bill so consumer. I'm not going to start on that one. So Mike Kenny, the Professor of Public Policy at Cambridge University, very middle class, of course, has argued that Brexit vote was driven by a form English nationalism among voters. Right, this is called the people from looking for. English that is it now? We felt marginalised and ignored by political establishment. Now that's true. That why they call it English nationalism? Stop that. You get it wrong here. You didn't vote for independent English. No, we actually got a actually got a question here. I didn't see this before. We noticed it. Right. Do you believe um I can't I'm not gonna ignore that. For the one thing that was a problem, what are you gonna say? Mainly because there's not a political support for it at Westminster. Yeah, alright. That's probably true. Yeah, not bother with that. Share this bot. No thanks. Well, I'll put a link to it anyway, isn't it? The BBC service suggests private England strongest areas of vote strong in Brexit, such as East and North England. Right? These are also areas for the next from Westminster. Alright, that's definitely true. Where support English Parliament is highest. There's over half of these voters, 52% back at English Parliament compared to 30%, 34% in Wales. Right, so for cases in BBC survey emerged two parts of the opinion. Private English, which is strong with other voters, and non-metropolitan areas, or private British, a number of people. I'm going to say this. I think this pride that you talk about is actually synonymous. I'm going to argue with that. Synonymous. It's not saying English or British. It's both. Right? That's the idea is just an excuse for English. You forget the both, please. It's not I mean patriotism. I'll say alright, but I'll say but these are synonymous. Actually, but I see what everyone else thinks about it. Moving to circles overall spot for English product, I thought 1%. Well, how far is heavy in English? Go on, I also look at that actually. I will get off that article, but I'm curious. What did people say? Right. So 8 out of 10 people in England identify strongly as English. But fine. Yeah, obviously. 5 years of age. 8 10. Actually, that's quite interesting, actually. That means 8%. Now, England's about 8% white. So that's also very interesting. That's the subject for the video, actually. New Griff survey. 30,000 people have found that 72% of over 65 are to English. Over 45% of 18 to 24s. However, also that England's better in the past, but one of six moving is best head, alright. Pros could have counted him. Right, let's look at this then. But you get Moses, 70% proud to speak English. So people think the best is in past, average, right? 60%, 49%, future, 40%, England average 70. You think your areas get better by 10%? Not surprised by that one. And worse by 5-6%. I'm gonna say this. How did how can that? That's the exact Brexit vote, right? That's the exact Brexit vote in Doncaster. So what? How? I was wondering. I was not surprised about this by the nature of my local area. All this, but this the exactly same vote as Brexit vote. Right. Let's look at another person. I know how where it leads. So let's put Mother in. Where it live. That's the same, right? That vote 68%. Right, interesting. And let's put somewhere that's quite wealthy. Harrogate. No, I could put someone south. Where should I put? Um, so we should down south. I put Bath. I don't know. Get the yeah, that's Leicester. Right, interesting. I saw you got it's us about this. Right. So I was looking about this English national thing. It says proud, but it's not nationality. Which right, I got look into more on this actually. I got distracted. This is more about English Parliament. So when England look endlessly at the thought involved in the UK nations, yes they do. Comparing that English local government has been emasculated. I wonder why I use that term. As central government has become distant. Only 30% people think politics in weapons to reflect their real concerns. Where do you get that figure from? But you know what? I think it's probably true. But prioritising England's affairs, even if it threatens the United Kingdom. What's this game about English nationalism? Yeah, people don't think it. I'm gonna prioritise England. They're thinking about what's going on around them. They don't think about that. Oh, that's good old one from there. Good old Brexit Yorktown. So when I try to get head around this argument that English nationalism on it's idiotic, right? There's no English national party that was an English Democrats, and they're basically toothless. So what are they getting at here? But basically, it's a weird narrative which is wrong. It's not the reason why people did what they done. No wonder. That's typical, isn't it? Taliban's law first chancellor was Irvine, as what's quoted saying the best thing to do about West Lothian question, stop asking about it. It's typical Blair, right? It's typical. Uh, right. That's just interesting. Anyway, let's go off this now. It's certainly with the school. It's the idea that it's some sort of toxic nationalism. I think they're going back on the wrong tree on that. I'm sure it's more of a process, but actually, well, people do like being English. But the thing is, we're 90 that everyone's like some rapping English nationalists. It's what they try to put forward, which is a bit of a lie. Anyway, I've got something to use a voice now. So what I'm going to do actually is drop her a link. See if anyone actually wants to join. I have to talk about Constitution Future, National English Nationalism, Brexit, all those wonderful articles that I shared. So I put a link in for a bit. Right, it should appear now. Um, see if anyone actually wants to join. So I'm basically going to summarize it. So apparently English that English. Let's think about the Welsh is for Brexit, which is let's talk heavy with a cough now. It's not let's say the case. People being ignored and basically I showed some errors in that thing, but people thought the best future was in the past, the best time for the area, and people may have saw that. I thought let's try to go back to it. So just may understand what a lot of people need to understand about the about society. Because the idea of everyone's rapping nationals, even though they're proud, patriotic, but it is a bit of a lie. And the idea of English nationalism, English independence is very Brexit. It's a bit of stubborn. Because it's completely easy. Honestly, I want to go back on this argument. Looking at new facts. In terms of Brexit UK, it's very likely, maybe inevitable. Perhaps something like a federal UK, maybe that's it, but Scotland's only go at one point or another. Other than it's in the providing Wales, I don't know about that, but it's always interesting. But the idea, if all this happens, we could basically become England. There's 8% of the population is England. Nearly two-thirds of land area is in England. Basically, nothing, literally nothing will change actually in England. This is why I talk about synonymous about Englishness and Britishness. It's changeable because you go abroad, like I said before, you won't see this. Because these are just topics. Anyway, I briefly got into this. Right, probably. So I'll take a look at that article in a bit, that video. There's actually interesting arguments about nationalism and its origin. There's monarchists and there's pre-monarchists, primordial theories, and there's people like monarchists like the historian like Hosborn. Of course, visual states of modern costume. In reality, monster is a combination of ancient roots and a modern construct we built on that. And I think they're trying to say that Brexit some sort of modern construct that is based upon English nationalism, English independence, but it's not really is. Yeah, probably. So I'll take a lot of the bit after this. Thanks for that. Um, so I was looking if anyone actually wants to join this because if not, I end it now because I want to go further into this subject another time. let's start to use the voices. You know what? Let's have a look at. Actually, let's find an article and put a link it. The Guardian. Really part of the Guardian. Like I said before, he's just hitting the person time with just for the class of them as being such a big headed. Just why I don't really like it. Um, Here we go. So anyway, I stay for that about what? Come on, it's if no one joins out in about actually about 2010. Actually, one more thing I want to look at actually. If I was choice about the only party, it was Democrats. I've got to link them in. They're the only party that actually supports English independence, but they're very minor, to say the least. And there we go. So, to look at toast on the nationalism. There, Jack James. Yeah, I probably edit it now actually. So, let's see. So I'll say thank you for watching. So I'll I on this stream now. Because I can't use my voice. I was catching some reading. So later probably we're going. I did a video earlier basically, so I can upload that as well later. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later maybe later in the week, maybe. I got a job to do Wednesday, so I'll do it then.